What up guys, so I haven't made any Bloons Tower Defense Battles videos in a while, I realize it. I'm going to try and get some more up for you guys, but I really don't know when I'm going to be able to do that because I'm actually going home for the weekend, which means I don't have my PC, which means I don't really have any ability to make videos. So my plan is to at least hopefully make a couple right now, and then I'm going to upload a few over the weekend, though I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do. So that's just kind of an update of what kind of videos you guys should expect. Realistically, don't expect too many. That's really all I can tell you guys. But today, oh god guys, oh god, we have 3 games for you guys today. They're all on 2x speed. Kind of interesting, I think. Hopefully you guys will find them interesting. I didn't do the very best. If you guys noticed, his battle score was not really too high, but his win ratio, at least his win record, was extremely good. I think it was like 78-12 or something like that. So I just wanted to show you guys these games just because of his high win ratio. Not too many people have ratios right around there, especially when they don't have such a high battle score, but honestly I think he probably started over. He probably didn't like his battle score and he started over. And when you start over, you play a lot of noobs and you usually tend to get a little bit higher of a win ratio. I think people with win ratios, when they have like 800, 900 games under their belt, probably have way better win ratios than people who have really low amounts of games under their belt. I know I keep saying under their belt. Hopefully you guys understand that. I know not everybody who watches this is from America. I realize that. So it can be a little bit confusing. So what you're going to notice here, guys, is he went with the 2-3 boomer and a 3-0 boomerang, and he was actually sent out a bunch of regrow hearts against him. And I thought I was going to do a lot more damage to him, but it surprisingly didn't do that much. I thought I was going to do way more, to be honest. So here I'm deciding where should I put my friggin' monkey village, to put it next to the farm, or should I put it over here or there, and I decided to put it against the farm, just in case we do go late games. I am actually expecting late game play here, and I do actually, I was thinking about upgrading my farm, and I do actually decide to upgrade my farm. I know it's round 10, but I figured, you know, I could probably afford my camo detection in time, even with that monkey village there, and I can at least have some towers that I can actually kill stuff. So I don't know why I sent out those pink regrow hearts. I was actually going for regrow pinks right there, and I kind of messed it up a little bit, and I didn't really realize he had his mortar in time, and I kind of wasted a little bit of money. I did do a couple lives of damage on him, which is okay, but you don't want to just do a couple lives when camo pinks are so freaking expensive, guys. You don't really send too many camo pinks unless you're really going for the win late game here. So round 14 already, gotta make sure for round 15, you know what you got, you know what comes, guys. Regrow ceramics, those guys suck. So you gotta make sure you have a reasonable defense versus regrow ceramics, or else you're probably gonna lose. And then what I did was I actually upgraded my farm to 3-0, and that was a big no-no, because guess what he did? He started sending out these regrow ceramics versus me. I thought I was gonna actually be able to kill them. I had to sell my farm to actually help survive, and I lost. Yeah, I lost. So that wasn't very good. But, here's another game versus the exact same person. Actually, all 3 games are versus the same person. You know Yunho, or something like that. You know Yunho. Whatever. Anyways, I started off with a boomerang, just as normal starting here. And on the temple, I think the boomerang's probably the best thing to do. I think you guys probably realize that. I know I realized that. What I was doing is, I noticed he wasn't really getting an upgraded tower very soon, so I started sending out tons and tons of red balloons at him. And usually that works out pretty well. And he has to get pretty much a 2-3 boomerang just to help survive versus them, while my 2-0 boomerang's helping me survive just long enough. So if you notice one thing right now, we basically have the exact same amount of lives, at least so far. And the big difference here is I have a farm. So we have the exact same amount of lives and I have a farm. So I pretty much have an odd advantage against him. He got a farm 2 rounds too late, and that means I'm at least $240 ahead of him. At least. And plus I sent out a lot of balloons at him, so we both sent out kind of a lot of balloons at each other, but our economy-wise, I think I'm winning. And then I wanted to talk about his boomerang placement right here. I thought it was pretty interesting to see his boomerang placement. You don't really see that too much, because if you actually look at his boomerangs, they hook around, and on the very last little straight line there, his boomerangs hook around and actually go against the gradient of the balloons. So the balloons actually, if you're actually shooting against, like they're coming towards the tower, you actually get more popping power than if the balloons are actually going away from the tower. And I think that for the most part makes sense to you guys, that you're going to get more popping power like that. But I figured that regrow blacks or whites would actually do some damage, but I didn't realize that that boomerang placement is actually not that bad at all. Not bad at all, guys. Is it better than mine? Maybe. I don't know. I might check it out and just try it out a little bit. But I just wanted to mention that just at least a little bit. So I thought it was kind of interesting. Now what you're going to see is he started sending out a bunch of regrow whites versus me, and he wasn't doing any damage. So, kind of weird. Anyways, we had the exact same amount of life, so it's a really, really close game, guys. We're going with basically the exact same towers right now. I have a spike factory, though, and he doesn't. And I think that's one of the key features you guys should see right now. My extra farm, my spike factory. Spike factories, if you're going with mortars on this level, are kind of important, at least in my opinion. So you guys might want to pay attention to that just a little bit. But what you're going to see here is I'm going actually more boomerangs, hoping that he's going to try and send out a regrow ceramic rush at me and waste a lot of his money. And he really doesn't do that. But I was able also to get a 3-0 farm and still defend pretty darn well. So I have 2 3-0 farms, so I'm going a lot of economy, guys, expecting some big sort of rush of Moabs or something like that. But here's the thing, guys. I'm like, you know what, I really don't have anything to kill Moabs, so I'm just going to send out a bunch of pink camos. And he had really bad placement on his mortar. If you actually go back, if you want to go back and look, I know I mentioned this a little bit too late. If you go back and look and check out his mortar placement, it was really bad, guys. I actually noticed that in-game, and I was able to get some lives damage on him. And that's what you got to do. You got to play for the what's going to happen next. And what's going to happen next is we're both going to try and send out Moabs. Who's going to survive it? I don't freaking know. So try and win before that. If you know you can't survive Moabs, win before the Moabs. That's the plan, guys. So the exact same thing, guys, actually on the same level. I went with the boomerang as always on this level, of course. I don't really see anything else to go. You can try some spike factories or something, but boomerang's the best thing to do. Just trust me on that, guys. I have not seen any other good strategies without the boomerangs on this map. I know Aliens Rock 50 tries mortars and stuff like that, but even on this map, I don't think it's possible. I really don't. I mean, you could probably do it, but it's not going to work out very well. So he did the exact same thing versus me. He actually went with the 2-3 boomerang, and here's the difference, though. He didn't lose any lives, and I lost a few. So that's a little bit of a difference between this game and last game, but we basically have the exact same strategy right now. 2-3 boomerang, go farm. I'm a little bit ahead economy-wise, but realistically, not that much. Not that much, guys. So what are you going to usually do? You usually want to go mostly, as I stated in most of my videos, go mostly farm economy on this level because the levels are so fast. The rounds are so fast. Because farms are, no matter how long the game is, you're always going to get the exact same amount of economy, just depending on the rounds. But in-game economy does depend a little bit. So he's starting to send black balloons out at me. And one thing I want you guys to notice about what I was doing is I was waiting and I was actually sending out some random little like black groups of balloons and stuff like that. And that actually helps lose some lives. It does, trust me. Just send out one group of blacks and then nothing, and then one group of blacks and then nothing. But as soon as he got his 2-0 boomerang, with that, I actually stopped sending them out. And now we're actually doing pretty good. He could actually win pretty easily here if he sent out a big pink regrow rush or something like that. Just throwing that out there. But I just noticed he sells all his farms, so I'm like, oh, he's going for an attack. I'm just going to build 3-0 boomerang. And that's pretty much the end of the game. As soon as I saw he sell all his farms, I have farms, he doesn't. You know what to do. He doesn't have any camo detection, and easy win, guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you, and have a good one.